Hello everybody, I'm Sanji and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. For those of you that are still interested in life coaching sessions with me, want to find out what that is, just shoot me an email. The information is in the description box below. Simply hit the small triangle, drop down, and that'll give you the necessary information to get in touch with me. Also, I would like to thank all of you for the emails and the different chat topics that you would like discussed here. I will try my very best to get to those of you that have requested specific video topics. So I'll do my best to get those out. Hopefully you will enjoy the information once you get it. Hopefully will be of the same like mine. And what your questions are, I'll answer, okay? So thank you so much. If you're new here, basically what the channel does is that I try my best to entertain you while trying to give you some information about some things that you may or may not have known. Maybe I'm here to just reinforce that. In any event, hopefully the channel helps you have a better understanding of astrology, how the planets and their movements affect us, and some fun stuff about how our different sun signs can, although we are all uniquely made, there are definitely some traits given the sun sign you were born under and some behavior patterns, okay? So that's the point. Hopefully you will jump on board. And like the rest of my new subscribers, thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate your support. Alrighty, so the business is taken care of. See, it wasn't too bad. Let's get into this video. Now, this is a retrograde period. This 2020 has been something. So what's actually happening here on Earth, the fact that they've told us that aliens are real, and the planets moving all over the place, this year is something else, alrighty? So this video is to help you navigate as much as I can through the planetary shifts and how it's going to affect you. Now, this video in particular is about the Jupiter retrograde that we're in, Jupiter Retrograde 2020, and how it's going to affect 3 zodiac signs the most. Now, as I said, there's a lot going on with the planets in retrograde in 2020. As a matter of fact, there are 4 planets in retrograde right now, and there's one more on the way. But with all this backspin, planetary backspin going on and things happening in June, it's likely that the Jupiter retrograde of all of them is the most easygoing of the bunch. Right? Thank goodness, guys. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm about ready to throw the whole 2020 away. All right? Just saying. That's just my own personal opinion. I'm sure that there's been some wonderful things that have happened during 2020. I'm just about tired. But anyway, let's get back to the video. That was just my small rant. Forgive me. All right, so here's the thing about Jupiter Retrograde 2020. It kicked off its reversal on May the 14th in Capricorn. And this Jupiter Retrograde is going to continue on until September 12th. So you're not late. We're not late. We're just getting into this thing. So here's another one of those planets that I'm here to help you figure it all out. Alrighty, now this means we're officially embarking on 4 months with the Jupiter retrograde, 4 months of personal review and deep diving the waters of the Jupiter rule parts of our lives. Okay, and that means growth, abundance, knowledge, idealism, and expansion. So that's what Jupiter is asking us to take a look at. So expect to come out on the other side with some shifts in your belief system. Yeah, that's what the Jupiter retrograde is doing for us. Now, Jupiter is considered the luckiest of all the planets. Did you know that? Yeah. So generally, Jupiter brings good fortune and optimism to anything that it touches. However, the planetary retrograde almost always has their challenges. So for some of the zodiac signs, they may still experience some more intense growing pains. And if you're one of those people where you've been working at accomplishing something with no big real structure or any real set plan for getting there, this Jupiter retrograde will be the time to step back, to look at the bigger picture on how you are approaching things, okay? So it's more akin to causing you to work smarter and directing your actions along the most profitable and the most fortuitous lines, okay? So we don't necessarily, Jupiter is not necessarily going to ask you to work harder, but Jupiter is definitely going to give you the push to work smarter, okay? So this retrograde is going to prove to be particularly challenging for some of the cardinal signs, especially as Jupiter is retrograding through Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign, okay? And this is the zone where it's the least comfortable and the most restricted when in Capricorn. Jupiter is considered to be at its fall, actually, when in Capricorn, which means it's in a position of weakness and its energy can be more difficult to work with. Okay, impossible? No. Difficult? Yes, all right? There's a lot of focus on building a solid foundation for your lofty goals and approaching your dreams with your necessary work ethic. So this retrograde might have some of us making some revisions to how we choose to accomplish things. Remember, the goal for the Jupiter retrograde is to get us to work smarter. Alrighty, so I'm going to tell you the 3 signs that this Jupiter retrograde is going to affect the most. You think you know? I hope you do. I'll tell you the 3 right after this. The first sun sign most affected by the Jupiter retrograde is none other than sun sign Libra. That's right. Anybody with the birthday September 23rd to October 22nd, you are sun sign Libra, and this Jupiter retrograde will affect you as follows. Now, while things have been pretty stable in your personal life, okay, for the most part, Libra, you might find that Jupiter's backspin begins to push you into a deep soul search when it comes to the foundations and the spaces you call home. Okay, so Jupiter is really going to push you to examine your personal space, your personal life. That coupled with the Saturn retrograde, is causing Libra to want to make some necessary changes. Okay, now as in regards to Jupiter and how its retrograde affects you, Libra, your home life and your basic foundation will be affected by this retrograde. Things may not go as planned, and you might have to make some changes or deal with some type of expense connected to your home. I know, washing machine going, new roof, asphalt tile, whatever. This is what Jupiter is bringing forth towards you. Tangible things, okay? Now, while dealing with drama in your home life is never fun, remember that change can be a good thing. And think of that as you weather the storm of different things needing repair. So that's what Jupiter is doing with you, Libra. It's causing you to have to make some solid changes, perhaps to the stove, the air conditioning unit, things like that. Solid house foundation and things. You know, you need a new sofa, the TV went, stuff like that. Sorry, Libra, but you'll make it by these Jupiter retrograde 2020 is none other than sun sign Aries. That's right. Anybody with a birthday March 21st to April 19th is sun sign Aries. And here's how Jupiter retrograde 2020 is going to affect you, Aries. Now, this particular retrograde is hitting the career sector of your chart. So you're about to reevaluate your entire life path and line of work, which can feel daunting. It's especially going to push towards you because you also have Saturn forcing you to do the same thing with Saturn's retrograde of 2020 as well. Now, however, this Jupiter retrograde is going to, in particular, force you to slow it down, which, you usually are going at top speed, Aries. Jupiter is not going to allow that. They're going to actually force you to slow down and take stock of your situation more closely. Really look at it, be honest with yourself about it, and look at the things that you're used to, especially those things involving your career. Now, that coupled with the Saturn retrograde is really pushing you towards making what may be some necessary changes for yourself. Now, in particular, this Jupiter retrograde, while pumping the brakes, causing you to do that and making you proceed with caution in your work life, it's going to be a little different for you because you're typically ready to go at top speed. You know exactly what you want. But again, because you have the Saturn retrograde influence of 2020 working in coupling with the Jupiter retrograde, you're really going to take pause and you're really going to say, what do I actually want career-wise? And align yourself with those things that work. Those things that don't, you will definitely be taking a hard look at and deciding whether or not they have to go. In any event, Aries, you'll come out of this retrograde with much more clarity on how to move forward. So this is happening. This is what will be happening with you for most of you, Aries, throughout these summer months. So take care of yourself, weather this storm, and remember, you're making changes that are better in line with what you truly want. So although it may be a little tough and it may be a little difficult to make the changes and institute them, just remember, on the other side of it, it's for your greater good. Good luck to you, Aries. And the third and final sign to experience or have the strongest impact of this Jupiter retrograde 2020 to their sun sign is none other than sun sign Cancer. That's right, anybody with a birthday June 21st to July 22nd is sun sign Cancer. And here's how the Jupiter retrograde is going to affect you. Alrighty, Cancer. Now, with Jupiter retrograding through the partnership sector of your chart, you might need to make some revisions when it comes to the dynamic between you and your partner. Yes, this retrograde, along with the Saturn retrograde, is really pushing Cancerians to assess and reassess their personal partnerships. Now, Jupiter in particular will force Cancer to take stock of what is working in relationships and what is truly not. And you will have to operate without your rose-colored glasses during this particular period. Now, this doesn't mean, however, that your relationship will end. Although the Saturn retrograde is really going to push you to define the boundaries, the Jupiter retrograde says, okay, in conjunction with Saturn, now that we've established the boundaries, can this relationship truly work? Okay? Things will look more positive for you in the fall as you may find yourself during these summer months ridding your life of the relationships that no longer serve your better self. All right? But spend the coming months, Cancer, trying to be more open to learning more about yourself and about your partner, seeing if there is amicable space to make the changes and how to best support each other's goals. Again, you in particular, Cancer, are really going to be feeling this push because you've got the Saturn retrograde in conjunction with this Jupiter retrograde, really forcing you to be honest with what's happening in your life, in particular, the personal relationships. And to be honest with you, you're just not in the headspace anymore to make concessions for those things that don't truly make you happy. So, but remember, on the brighter side of this, that although it may be tough going through these summer months, ridding your life of those relationships that you've outgrown and that no longer work for you, that on the other side, that you'll truly be a lot happier in your personal space and being more true to your authentic self and your needs. Okay? So it'll be tough, but it'll be worth it because after all, Cancer, you're trying to live your best life. And that's always, always worth it. Take care of yourself. So those are the 3 sun signs most affected by the retrograde. Did you get it right? Of course, we're all going to feel different effects of it, some more than others. But this truly, the point of this Jupiter retrograde is really causing us to take stock with the things around us, those tangible things that are right here. Your job, everyday thing. For you, Libra, your home life, those things in the house that perhaps you neglected. You know, the Jupiter's just speeding up, like, okay, you kind of knew you were going to need new tires on the car. Guess what? They're bald. You need them for sure. So that's what's happening here, but it's all towards the greater good. Remember, planetary retrogrades are about helping us improve those areas of our lives that we have a tendency to shove to the back. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have some questions or you'd like to make some comments on the video, different things that have happened to you, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Remember, the Jupiter retrograde goes through the summer into September month. So buckle up, make the necessary changes, and enjoy the ride. Again, you know, it's towards your better self. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sanji. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.